remember, red for everyone deployed. If you ain't got a red t-shirt, go get one. Red hat, something, remember our troops deployed. Off to work I go. Trying to shape and mold some young minds. Anyways, for you, Brother Kyle, we here in North Carolina are probably going to start bracing for a hurricane this weekend. I think they're saying Hurricane Lee may potentially make landfall sometime next week. Now, they're not for sure where at. Looking at its current course, it's kind of straight on path to hit South Carolina. And if it does, we'll up here where I'm at really be hit with it. But one model shows it turning back out to sea before it makes landfall. But they're saying now it is currently at sea a Category 5 hurricane. Pretty darn powerful hurricane, boys and girls, if you don't know. With it usually comes a lot of rain, a lot of heavy winds, a lot of bad juju. Yeah, so that's what's going on there as far as the weather's going. There's also a bill here in North Carolina. I can't remember if it's that little fender bender up here. Nope, highway patrolman pulled somebody off to get him off the road. Pulled him up a little further there, sir. Neither here nor there. All right, sorry about that, folks. As I was saying, here in North Carolina, there's a law. Actually, I think it's passed, but there are certain school systems are asking to delay the implementation of it. It's called the Parents' Bill of Rights. And basically, it allows parents to have a say-so in the books that are accessible to their children in school. Doesn't allow for this alphabet soup mafia crap to be taught until after 4th grade, which I still think it shouldn't be taught in schools, period. Sexuality and sexual orientation and pedophilia shouldn't be taught at all. But hey, some of these alphabet soup people, they're in. I've said it before, said it again. The LGB, when they allowed the T, got infiltrated with the P's, if you gather my meaning. And sadly, it got hijacked. My opinion. But they're trying to indoctrinate our kids in school. Like I said, what a child tells their parent at home is between child and parent. But if they tell a teacher, the teacher needs to let the parent know, because sometimes parents don't always know what their children are thinking. Because this has further ramifications, folks. One of which is this. If a student tells a teacher that, hey, I'm Johnny, but I think I'm Jane, don't tell my mommy and daddy. Okay, Jane, I won't tell mommy and daddy. But then the student comes in and says, I think because I thought I was Jane, but now I think I'm Johnny, I'm so confused, I want to kill myself. Don't tell my mommy and daddy. Okay, I won't tell your mommy and daddy. And then the kid offs themselves. And then it comes out that the teacher knew but didn't tell the parents. Just saying. Keep it at home where it belongs. Keep it at home where it belongs. The other thing too is all this touchy-feely good sensitivity training needs to go out the window in schools. You need to be teaching respect. All this other stuff, let's teach some realism. Just because someone thinks there's something that they're really not, we shouldn't have to be forced to comply with that. Now, if they want to continue to refer to themselves that way, that's fine all day long. But don't force me into your reality when your reality is a made-up delusional dream. Enough on that. Enough about North Carolina right now, because I'm fed up with a lot of crap going on in this state. I might have talked about this the other day. I may not have. I can't remember. There was a Medal of Honor ceremony at the White House recently. A gentleman who was a helicopter pilot during the Vietnam War was finally given the recognition, the honor that he deserved. And the illustrious puppet in chief just walked off stage before anything finished. I think I did talk about it the other day. But you talk about a slap in the face and disrespectful. And then they're covering up the excuse that because the president's, dipstick wife was supposedly positive for COVID and the president was exposed, he didn't want to risk this older gentleman getting it. Well, then why the hell did you show up to begin with, Joe? You see the hypocrisy here, folks. Stand by. I'm back. I had to acknowledge a fellow paratrooper sitting at the gas station. But anyway, they use that excuse for him walking off stage. Well, again, if that was the concern, why did you allow him to go up? There's no regulation that states the president has to present that medal. There were several in World War II that were presented in theater by the commanding general of the theater. Okay? It can be done that way. There's no rule or regulation that states the President of the United States has to be the one to present the medal. He could have very well delegated that down and then issued the statement because I've been exposed to COVID because my wife was a dumbass. I would not want to take the risk of spreading this Chinese bioweapon to this national hero because he's 80 years old. So I've delegated this down to my worthless Secretary of Defense or my worthless, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff or my worthless Vice President or, one of his worthless staff members because they're all worthless, in my opinion. But he could have very well delegated it down. I'd hate to have seen Kooky Kamala presenting it because she'd been laughing and giggling about anything that was serious. You flew them out. Goody two shoes for you. But it doesn't matter. But anyway, now if you were this, that, or the other, it wouldn't matter. But you're not. So here's your medal. Bye bye. Yeah. That freaking ass clown. Yeah, not safe for work or children. Been duly warned. Should have put that up at the beginning. Yeah, if y'all haven't gathered here lately, I've been a bit testy and a bit salty. It's the nature of the beast. So yeah, an extreme lack of leadership from the White House on down. And then, of course, they've been keeping the Veep quiet. Kamala needs to shut her trap anyway. And here in North Carolina politics, we've got Mark Robinson, who has already stated he is going to run for governor, which I am thrilled to no end about that one. He is a pro-Second Amendment, pro-gun individual. Matter of fact, if you don't know who he is, folks, go look up on YouTube Mark Robinson's speech to the Greensboro City Council. I mean, that dude went off. There's people here that don't like him because of his Christian views. I kind of like him for it. He's not afraid to speak his mind. He's not afraid to speak his mind. And his, enemies, if you will, have all been shut down. Democrats don't like him because he's black. and a Republican. Several white rhinos don't like him because he's black and he's a Republican. And sheriff's about to light somebody up for doing a dangerous pass, I think. They'd like to hit the car in front of me. Yeah, there's some idiots on the road this morning. It's a Friday then for sure. But yeah, so hoping Mark Robinson wins the election. And if he doesn't, you'll know that this election in North Carolina next year for governor was stolen. Because we've got a attorney general in this state that's a piece of shit. But then again, he's cut from the same cloth as our current governor, Roy Boy Pooper Scooper, who's a piece of shit. Who's already rattling the fear-mongering saber that's being touted by the CDC, which CDC has already basically admitted to lying to us. So I don't trust a damn thing coming out of their mouth, but they're pushing this, you know, hey, we've got to go back to mask mandates and we need to try and make this vaccine mandatory. Yeah, YouTube, I said it. What are you going to do about it? And to the YouTube auditor out there, as my friend Alan B. Pro says, eat a bag of dicks. Double bag, because it's Friday. Now, for all you out there that might have gotten a jabby jab, stabby stab, vaxy vax, more power to you if you think it's going to help. Me personally, I think it's poison. I think it's poison. In the first run of this deadgum Chinese bioweapon, caught it once. In a 3-year period of time, I caught it once. And it just happened, my son brought it home from the ER where he worked at, where he'd been working for 3 years and hadn't caught it. And I'll tell you this, my son had to get the vax. Why? Because the place he was working in mandated it. So he got the Johnson & Johnson, the supposedly one and done. My son already had some tachycardia issues with his heart. But after he's had that vaccine, they have expounded quadruple. He's had to increase his heart medication. He's had other issues that flare up ever since he got it. And so, and you know, again, because the emergency powers that they passed it under, can't sue the manufacturer. Can't sue the federal government. Bunch of horse shit. So anyway, stay salty, my friends. Until I get another one put out, this is your friendly neighborhood old soldier out.